Hey, there I go. I don't own any rights to music. So let me see my comments. Hey Dolly. Hey Reed. How you guys doing? How you guys are holding up? Yeah, I was having like major anxiety watching CNN. So I thought it would be cool to like, yeah, the number. Yo, what's going on with Pennsylvania, Reed? Like, I'm not feeling those numbers in Pennsylvania. I thought, we had Pennsylvania on lock, but I'm really nervous. Really full of anxiety. Um, I, you know, I generally went into this feeling that people in this country cared about one another, cared about us. I mean, people, black people. I went into this thinking that I was hopeful, and I've come to the realization that, you know, racism in America is alive. It's alive and well, and maybe most of America don't care about us. They care about themselves. They blame the problems of the world, problems of what's going on in the world on us. Um, you know, it shouldn't even be close, Dolly. That's the thing. What they're saying and what I get, like CNN is saying it and MSNBC is saying, there was a lot of early vote. I early voted, Dolly. I know you early voted, so they're saying like those aren't in. Like they're counting the votes on who already voted. So and they suspect that most of the early votes would be Democratic, but when you say a 400,000 lead, like that number is big when you consider it back in 2016 or 2012, the leads were less. They were like, when you saw the differences in the country, the counties or the states, it was less than 10,000 or some and 30 something. Yeah, you voted early, right? Reed, because a lot of people early voted, so they're not counting those. So Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Michigan, and I think even Ohio said that we not know might not know their true votes until at least tomorrow, because they're just counting what who went to the polls actually went to the polls. So I'm hoping that this is not a repeat of 2012, and we hear that bullshit we woke up to at 2012. So I've been up. I've been listening to my 80s and 90s R&B. I've been smoking a lot of reefer. I've been eating. I ate like 2 cookies. Um, and I'm trying to mellow out because I really don't want to wake up tomorrow and look at the people of no color that work at my job and feel some type of way, like I did back in 2012 or 20 was it 2012, 2014, whatever it was, 4 years ago, 2016. So I don't want to wake up tomorrow and think like that. I really want to believe that the people in this country is good, but like Pennsylvania surprised me, like PA surprised me, Reed. Like that surprised me, and Michigan surprised me because I really thought that, like, especially with Flint and what happened at Flint, and then I thought, they would have woke up, but apparently, people, they turned Black Lives Matter into a terrorist unit, a terrorist organization. They're lumping in with Antifa, which has nothing to do with it. So if you're black and you say Black Lives Matter, they're saying that you're supporting a terrorist organization, right? PA lost it for us the first term. I don't know. Like I just don't know. I'm hoping that, I mean, right now Biden's numbers look good. He's up, but he would have to win like two of those states. And I don't know. And then I don't put it past Trump that the Russians, they do shit with the numbers. Like, I don't put nothing past anything, so we just have to wait. I thought it would be like back in '08 when we knew by 10 o'clock at night that Biden was our president, like with Obama, but that's not the case. They're going to make us wait. No, they're counting them daily, but they said that they weren't going to count them right away. What they should have did is when we early voted and we stopped in New York State yesterday. So what they should have did is what New York State did is they counted them yesterday. Started counting them yesterday. But these states they're waiting until today. So when they actually count. So right. I've had people tell me that read that because I'm black, I'm a coon for voting, and I tell them people have died for us to vote. People have literally died for us to have the right to vote, and that's not a right I'm going to give up. Like, you know, some people are in their feelings because they can't vote. I just hope and pray that tomorrow, like I hope and pray that this country is not what I feel right now, because I'm very hurt. That's the feeling I'm hurt right now. I'm hurt because I really don't want to. I really don't want to believe that, because it's the white people. We gotta be real. That white people in this country really don't fucking care about us, and that they will keep this man in power. So I'm having a lot of feelings like right now. Like, my husband's at work, so I can't take my aggressions out on him, and I'm stressed out. Like, I've never felt this type of level of anxiety before in my life. I've never felt this type of hurt. Like, I don't consider myself patriotic, even though I am like American. I do have two sons that's in the service, one in the Army, one in the Navy. I have in the past encouraged my children that if they didn't want to go to college, that they should consider joining the armed service and serving the country. After this, based on this, I'm not going to continue to do that. I'm not going to continue to send my children to support this country, fight for this country, but this country don't give a fuck about us. Like, I really believe that. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's exhausting to be black in this country. It's exhausting to be a black woman in this country. We have to put up with so much that this country just refuses to give us anything back. And it was disappointing to see Ice Cube support. I don't want to say he supported Donald Trump or meet with Donald Trump when this, leading up to the election. Lil Wayne, I don't care. He looks like a fucking gremlin. So, but when I see black people support Trump, that's coonery and buffoonery to me at the finest. Hey, real mamas, I see you. Yep, Reed. When Trump run, what happened was this. So the night before on 2016, like, I was up and I said, I swore Hillary was gonna win it. So I didn't really watch. Then my dad called me. He was like, Chanel, it don't look good. And I was like, no, daddy, it never looks good. The numbers at first always look screwed, because they always do. Because, them little states usually go like Montana, Nebraska, and shit like that. They usually go Republican, so it wasn't a big deal. The next morning I woke up to go to work and I saw that he won. I cried. Like, I cried. Like, I boo-hoo cried. Right, I cried like it was like a death. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to get out the bed. I didn't want to do anything. Like, that was disheartening. It's just sad. It's sad that this country is filled, when you think about it though, we're only like 50 years from civil rights, like the Civil Rights Act. 50, 60 years. Where like we're like 200 years, like less than 100, 200 years for slavery. So you got to think of that term in those terms of the mentality of what this country is at. We still have the death penalty in this country. We still have laws on these books that are detrimental to people that are not white. So when you think of the mentality of white supremacy in this country, when you look at the election, it's not surprising. Like it's not. I just hope I wait and pray I wake up tomorrow and this is a different answer. But I want to play music. I don't know. Like I want to kind of vibe out to some music, but then I don't want to get like shut down. Let me tell you something, Mama, and this is what I think. I think that people lie. I think that when they were polling people and asking people who they were going to vote for, because people, there's a stigma when you say that you're going to vote for Trump. There's some people who don't give a fuck. They're going to say, I'm voting for Trump, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't care what you think. I'm voting for him. That's who it is. Then there's people who's like, that don't want to admit it because they don't want that stigma attached. Even if they're talking to a stranger on the phone, they don't want the stigma attached that they're going to vote for somebody that's considered a white supremacist, a bigot, a racist, whatever. There's people that just don't want their name attached to that. So they lie. I really truly believe people lie. Because if you listen to what the poll said, this shouldn't even be close. It shouldn't even be like this. It should have been by 10 o'clock. We should have knew who our president was. We should be here and dealing with Trump saying that he ain't going to concede. But apparently people lied. Because they made it seem like he was up in these states. And apparently he was not. So that lets you know that people, again, lied. Polls are outdated. I really do believe that because, you can tell anybody anything. There's people that's going to say anything. You're talking to somebody at the other end of the phone. You don't know them. You don't have a personal relationship with them. You can tell them whatever. But I generally do believe because the stigma attached with supporting Donald Trump that people lied and said that they weren't voting for him, and they were. So, but like hopefully, tomorrow we hear something different. Hopefully, the early votes come in and it's a different thing, but it's stressful. It is so stressful right now. So I don't know. You're right, Dolly. The whole entire system is outdated. And he's not going to be peaceful. I don't believe, but I'm going to tell you what, if you guys are paying attention, though, if you are paying attention to the numbers, Dolly, like, he's actually winning. Donald Trump's winning the popular vote. Before, it was Hillary won the popular vote and lost the Electoral College. Right here, when I was looking at the numbers, Donald Trump was winning the popular vote. And it was like 51 to 49%. So, but the electoral, I would have respected more if it was based on a popular vote. But we have electoral college, which means that your vote don't really count. Electorate, their vote, they vote who they decide who is president. So, even though say an individual vote supposed to count, it technically it don't count because the electoral college, the electric from electoral college is the one who elects the president. Yep, right, Reed. He's winning the popular vote. Like I saw that. That's what bugged me out. Yep, he is leading electoral votes, but those key battleground states like PA, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, they haven't been like official yet. So we'll see. We'll see. I just hope and pray that, you know, that Biden does win. I pray that. I don't think this country can take 4 more years of Donald Trump, but I really believe that if he is to win, that this country will become no better than Russia, North Korea, you know, Venezuela. It will become a dictatorship. He, I know, Reed. Like I don't understand what happened. But Reed, did PA have early vote? Did they have early vote? Did PA have early voting? Because I thought y'all did, and the reason, and I thought that that was like the big deal, like the Supreme Court um voted, like the Supreme Court ruled that early voting in Pennsylvania was valid. Okay, so they said that PA, Wisconsin, and Michigan early votes haven't been counted, and Ohio. Where's April at? Because I'm getting kind of pissed off because I thought Ohio was gonna step it up, but yeah, they said those states, like even New York, we had early vote, but New York generally, I'm gonna tell you, we gotta vote Democrat. I That's one thing. I wasn't worried about New York. We gonna vote Democrat regardless. If they would throw a purple dinosaur up, as long as he's Democrat, we gonna vote for it. That's one thing I'm grateful for living in a Democrat state like I do. New York State, we pay a lot of taxes, but and my Andrew Cuomo does his thing. So yeah, we can't take him not winning. Like I don't know. And the CNN lady said that they were calling like the people that's ahead of the like the votes and the commissioners and stuff, and they were telling them that no, these numbers are so screwed because we haven't even started counting the early votes. They're just basing this on the polls, and they expected that. They expected that because that most Democrats, they was suspected that most Democrats early voted, that because of that, that most Republicans was going to rush the polls. You got to think a third of this country early voted. 100,000 people, 100 million Americans submitted an early vote. So you got to think of it. So there's like that. That's how many people voted first. So you got to think about that in the terms of the election too. Yeah, he not leaving. Hey, Just Blaze. Yo, I hope Detroit. Okay, Just Blaze. I gotta talk about Michigan now because what's going on? Detroit, Flint. What's going on? Because there's no. I don't understand like with the Flint water crisis. What's happening. With the stuff going on with Detroit. How we didn't. The Dems ain't take over Detroit. I don't know why Detroit ain't blue already. Oh, you said the hood showed up. Good. Okay, good. Did y'all early vote in Detroit too? Just raised. Like, did Michigan have early voting? Oh, because I was wondering that. Because I swear they said Michigan had early vote. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, when I went to vote, like I was in line for and I went in early vote the first day we was able to, and I stood in line for a good hour or so, and I was like one of the first few people, like one of the first 100 people there. So just play. So did y'all early vote? Do you? I was asking, did y'all early vote? Damn, Reed. Okay, and now they were saying that the early votes weren't counted yet. So, and most people that early voted were Democrat. Like my father-in-law early voted. So, you know, let me go ahead and do this. I need to open up another tab. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Hold on, guys. I'll be right. Okay. I want you to do something with my displays. Okay. All right. I just wanted to do that. Displays my sister. Okay. That's the thing. So like my sister went and voted. I took her. This is the bullshit they did though. I ain't gonna lie. So we were voting. My in-laws. Okay, let me say this. My in-laws have lived in the house for almost 50 years, and they've always voted at one location for like the last 49 years. All of a sudden, this year we got three times this year. Our polling location was changed. First was at a school, then they moved. Like it was crazy. So they were trying to do that things where they were moving the polls all around. But I mean, I can't believe that Philly did not stand up. Like I can't believe that the people in Pennsylvania wasn't running to the polls. Oh, you welcome, Jess Blaze. You know I got love for you, baby. So I, I don't understand. Like I'm trying to comprehend in my head why. Yeah, they changed like for like 49 years. My in-laws were voting like literally around the corner at a they had one of them subsidized housing places for like senior citizens. They were voting there for like over 40 years. Then last year they moved it to a school. Then they moved it to another school. It was just ridiculous. Man, yo, I'm gonna take my stimulus check and move to Canada because if Trump wins, I gotta get some shit in order. That's one good thing about my job. I could do my job from anywhere. I don't gotta be here, and I don't gotta be in Rochester to do my job. Oh, I don't gotta be in my house. I don't gotta be in my job to do my job. So that's like the best thing about it. And for real, they better come with more than $1,200 too. That ain't no fucking money. Well, shit, no, $1,200 be good for Christmas though. So I don't know. It's just I had to come somewhere and just like decompress because I'm literally I was having anxiety all day and you said friends got good healthcare mamas. I was thinking about going to Canada. Canada's closer, you know, and like France, that's a little far. Canada's like an hour and a half from where I live. You know, I can still commute back and forth if I need to. You know, I was thinking about Canada. Just like all those now, like I'm gonna tell you something, and I know some people are gonna listen back to this and get really offended, but I'm at I don't give a fuck a point. I heard a lot of black men say that they weren't voting for Biden for the simple fact that they didn't like Kamala Harris. And I heard men say they didn't like Kamala Harris for the simple fact that she married to a man of no color, a white man. So I do know that there was quite a few black people, especially black men, and these are, you also think black men was not out there stopping for Hillary Clinton too. Black men did not was not feeling Hillary, and I understand some of the reasons why. But the excuse that they use for Pamela Harris is that back to that, oh, she black messing with a white dude mentality. A lot of black men said that they weren't voting for Kamala because simply because she was, you know, she's married to a white man. Dolly, you got that option though too. You know, your husband gonna be in London. You can I would do that shit too. Like what Mama said, places like Paris and London, they have universal health care. Shit. Like think about how much money you would save out your paycheck from paying for health care. Now they might up the taxes, but that's okay. But like this country, we've worn our welcome. I mean, this is not originally our home, anyways. You know, so we've worn our welcome here. We're not welcome here. No matter how much we built this country, we done for this country, we're not welcome here. I should have went to the store. I need a blunt. Shit, I don't have nothing. I might have to make an old school bowl. Yeah, they was against Harris. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, I'm not voting for Biden. I'm because of Harris." Point blank. Period. Like I heard a lot of her dudes say that. Oh, she married to that white dude. I ain't messing with her. Now, mind you, they can have them all Blanca all on them, but let a sister be messing. Let one of us be messing with a white dude. Oh no, you know I got four biracial children, so I know my husband now he black when my ex wasn't. So I know what black men think about a black woman messing with a white man. I know it all too familiar. No, we definitely not welcome here. I really do believe, like, that we've worn out our welcome in this country. We weren't we weren't brought here as immigrants. We were brought here as slaves. So we never came here willingly. So it wasn't our will to come to America. We didn't mean to come here. It wasn't our will. We didn't want to come here and build this country and provide free labor. We were forced to come here. And you know, after they made it so that we were so called free in this land, they didn't want us here, and we stayed. Like we should have stayed. We should have got paid for work. We should have got reparations. Definitely should have happened for us. Because we did build this country, and this country was got rich and got built because of free labor. Point blank. Period. But where do we go? Do we go back to Africa? Look what these countries have done to our home country, Africa. Africa is ran over and overrun by foreign countries. I mean, like many parts of Africa, that country, that continent, they don't even speak their original language. You go to Africa, they speak French, they speak German, they speak whatever. So where do we go? Where do we go? Like, do we go there and try to build back up? Where do we go? What some people say, they said like what hurts them is that when the slave trade happened, that the people in Africa didn't come for us, they didn't fight for us. How do y'all feel about that? I'm not going either. No, I'm not going either. I'm trying to figure out how I did that countdown before. So I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up and express how they feel. I mean, there's only a few of us, but this is a safe space. Let me go ahead and drop that. So if anybody wants to come up and talk, explain how they feel, just let your thoughts be out. I completely understand. I'm feeling a lot of emotion right now too, so I get it. My friend used to be, she took a job with me. Yes. You know what's crazy though? Like, they like you hear about, you know, I've heard stories of people that have gone to Africa and they had issues because they consider a foreigner. You know, like my father, not even Africa. Like my father-in-law, he's from Jamaica, so he was telling me like that people in Jamaica automatically assume that if people from America are rich, they assume that. Like they assume that people from America are rich. So when he go there, like he has issues where his family members have stolen from him. We've had family members that have gone over there and gotten killed from visiting. So yeah, people in other countries assume that no matter if you come from America or countries like America, like Europe or something, that you're rich. So it can be very dangerous. This is like interesting. So yeah, I've gone and dropped the link. If anybody want to come up and talk, just express your feelings. How you feel. What emotions you're dealing with. I need to change this banner because this ain't it. Hold on. So yeah, Dahlia, I know how you feel. I'm stressed out too. I hear that just plays, and that I could get that too because we built this country. This country was built on the backs of black people for free. What happened to your friend Reed? Like what happened to your friend that was so traumatizing? I'm gonna tell you something, just please. I've had family members and people that I've known that said that when they have went back to the motherland, that they did have a spiritual connection. Like what the places that they have went. Then I've had family members that have went over there and said that hell no, we ain't going. So it is what it is. Like I mean, most of us we're not gonna leave. We there's I get there is a lot of freedoms afforded to us. From being American, that basic freedoms that we do get here and opportunities. But if you think about it, you know, and they shut it down, like reparations is needed. That is definitely, yeah, they don't talk about. You don't ever hear. You don't, and if they do, they very glossy talk about it. But people in politics, reparation. We gotta do reparation. We gotta do some type of payment for the pain, suffering, turmoil that we have gone through here. Do you know how much what could like how do I say this? Reparation leader, I'm high, so y'all gotta disregard me a little bit. I had to smoke the reefers. I had to. I couldn't mentally deal with it. And it's only 11:46. My butt should be in bed. I have a project in the morning. We have a project. The company I work for, we have a project running here, and I'm managing it. And I'm supposed to be at that site at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna see if that happens. And my husband's supposed to be coming by here, so I don't think I'm going to bed anytime soon. Okay, so I'm gonna change the vibe a little bit. I'm gonna ask our question because we all friends here. Just to lighten it up, and we definitely could come back to this conversation. So I was talking to a friend today, my homegirl. She's like my really good friends, and she brought up the confrontations. She's a woman of a certain age, okay, and she's married, and we both talk about marriage stuff. And she asked me what was my opinion. Okay, she said that she had a discussion with her husband about getting a sister wife. So, do you believe that monogamy is? I'm asking because you all ladies. Do y'all think that monogamy is old school? Like that, civilization or the times are so advanced that to be in a monogamous relationship is just not feasible. What are y'all thoughts on that? Because she says she's considering getting a like she's getting very biblical, and that she's considering getting a sister wife for her, or another wife for her husband, so that she no longer, for one, have to continue to sleep with him, and for two, you know, to help at the house, to help with things, to be a helpmate for her and her husband. What are your ladies' thoughts on that? Africans, oh, wow, I like that. But people forgot that the landmasses were one and they're separated. Um, well, Africa is the beginning, was the beginning for civilization. The original woman was African. So everything in this world stems from that country, that continent. But do we, I mean, other than our bloodline, do we generally, um is she Muslim? No, she's not Muslim. She's a Christian. Okay, Dolly, I can respect that. And I'm with you, trust me. My husband is too friendly, so I get what you're saying. But then I can also understand where she's coming from in the terms of she's a certain age, and her husband had certain expectations. Some that she said that she's no longer want to continue to fulfill. She said she's too old for it. She's tired, and she said like bringing another woman in the house, that it will help relieve some of the expectations that she has. So not only will he be a helpmate, she will be a helpmate to herself, but a helpmate to her husband, but herself. So like, I mean, some women after they reach a certain age, they don't want to drop it low and back it up anymore. And she's at that age where she don't want to. And she's not that old. She's not that much older than I am. And then also, in the terms of helping, financially, helping with things around the house. She said it will lessen the burden on her. So, I mean, and some people I have talked to, hold on one second, you guys. Huh? I cannot hear. Guys, hold on, I'll be right back. Whew. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so they used to, I don't understand. Like, I saw StreamYard is weird to me because I see on there where they had like a countdown. I know there's like a countdown. I don't need it right now. See, Reed, I get that because like some people think, I've had conversations with people, and they've said that they think, and it's been younger people and some older people, and they said they feel like monogamy is outdated. Like that, with the advancement of times, and how many men versus women, that it, polyamorous relationships, or sister wife relationships or whatever like that is now necessary. Men now are not expected to be, men. I've had young men telling me, I have literally had a young man tell me before that he feels that being faithful to his girlfriend is cheating himself. And some people, they don't have the marriage mindset, where they could see themselves sleeping with and being just with one person. So a lot of people, I've had spoke with people who said that they don't feel that monogamy is feasible. That some women feel like, hey, like my friend, she said, I no longer want to sleep with my husband all the time. His needs or what he wants in terms of the bed is not something that I'm interested at this time, and that she want a woman, in the house that can help take some burden off with that need. But why would it be? This is what I don't also get. Like, people think that the terms of having two wife, polyamory, or I can't plural marriages and stuff like that is just a Muslim thing. When you think about it, in Christianity, if you look back in the Bible, people had more than one. People in the Bible had more than one wife. So when you think of it in that term, I mean, in the biblical sense, it was in the Bible that there were men, and very important men in the Bible had more than one wife. So I don't even think it's more so much as a Muslim thing too. I think I've seen it in Christianity too. When you think about it in terms of those the Mormon people, they're Christians and they have more than one wife. Oh, my necklace is caught. What the hell? Is it fixed now? Yeah, it's fixed now. So I don't know, So when she spun it to me, I thought about it, and I was like, At first, I'm always for that, to each his own. But then when you think about it and the points you were making, it didn't make a little sense to me. Now, is it something I could do? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think. I'm a Scorpio, so I'll get jealous. Mm. So, Reed, are you going live anytime tonight? Probably not, because it's up to 12. Dolly, you said you had pictures for me. Did you send them? It's like 12:05. I must have look and see. I've been trying to not be on Instagram or nothing. I talked to Glamour early too. Did she tell you guys what happened in where she lived? That's me too, darling. Oh, I like that. I like those. Yeah, that. Oh, that was just Blaze that said that. Oh, I need to stop smoking reefer. Okay, she said I am open to it, but I don't think my husband leaves me. He's not trying to traumatize nobody does. Okay, that I'm with you, just Blaze. Like, that's a. I think with me, I think I would be okay with everything else except for the chick sleeping with my husband. I think that's where I would be like that. I cannot, like I wouldn't be able to handle that. I think that's the part where I would be like bugs out. That's the part where my jealousy would kick in. I think I would be okay with everything except for my husband sleeping with her. Like I think that's when I would be like, nah, the bitch gotta die. She could pay rent, she could clean the house, she could rear the kids, she could do everything, but sleep with my husband, no. All right, Dolly, I'm looking at him right now. Like literally right now. I'm watching Kylie Bree smoke like 3 cigarettes at one time. Dolly, you're mini me not happy about looking at flowers, huh? Oh, it's disgusting. I can't remember this like that. Right. I asked my husband before. I was like, "Oh, we should get like a. You should get like a brother husband. A bro-" He was like, "Oh hell no." And I think it for the exact same reasons why me having a sister wife would work, because I think I would be good with everything until she tries to sleep with my husband, and I'll be like, no. Reed, when you going back live again? Like I would be so good with like her coming in and cooking and right, just like I would be okay with her cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids and paying bills and. But the first time the heifer was trying to cuddle up my husband, that's when it's gonna be like, mm. That's when I would like have a full blown meltdown and be like, hell no. She then she'll just be some chick that's messing with my husband. I couldn't handle that. And then even with a couple babies, and that's another thing. So I don't want no more kids. Like Gigi, Lord, I swear, if she was first, then Gigi would be the only child. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, and then she gonna want to have babies, and she gonna want to touch them. Mm-mm. Oh, all right, guys. I'm getting sleepy now, so I'm about to go to bed. I do appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me for this little bit and getting our mind off of what's going on with the elections and stuff like that. You know, even though it's a small group of us, we small and mighty, yay, and we talked about some very important things. Um, so thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little while. But I'm literally gotta go to bed because I gotta get up at like 6 o'clock, and I gotta be at that place. So, all right. So I'll talk to you guys another time. I love y'all, and we're gonna keep praying, and hopefully things turn out well. All right, deuce.